Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to Heaven's Vault. Despite the myriad of frustrations that I feel at some parts of this game, I like it enough to keep playing it, and I really want to see where like the story is gonna go, because it's like it's set up a lot, or it's set up some big things at the very least. You know, I've got a whole bunch of areas still to explore. I've got, you know, this mysterious observatory to find. That's like the big thing I'm currently looking for. Whether or not that'll be my end goal or not, I suppose remains to be seen. So yeah, I really don't know how much more of this game there is left. I mean, I was told about 18 hours was the average game length, just in general. So, you know, I'm up to what, 12 by the time we get to this, so another couple of episodes beyond this one at least. So we've got a while to go before we reach the end. Yeah, so in principle, despite the problems that I do have with this game, and they are big problems, there is enough that I like about it that I do want to finish it. Because, you know, sometimes I play a game for a little bit and it just gets a little too frustrating, like when I played They Are Billions. You know, I liked that game, but yeah, the frustrating parts about it were really frustrating, and I didn't think it would make a fun Let's Play in the long run anyway. But this has got a decent story, and I really want to see where this is going. So, apparently we have a remark, so let's remark. It's very dark in here. No kidding. Indeed, mistress. That's it. I mean, it's too dark to work. Remba must have set up some lights. Then, in turn, mistress, there must be power. Well, I noticed there's a thing over there, so let's go and have a look at that. Assuming we can wander. Yes, good, we can. Alright, that's a start. Wasn't kidding when they said there was a very large hole. So, some sort of machine. It's a generator, mistress. Let's see now. Light.
Wooden walkways spiraled down, held together by ropes and luck. You could tell this place was built by Elberethians.
Those walkways look unbelievably dangerous, mistress. Sire said there was an ancient ship down here. I want to see it. Indeed, mistress. Although, it looks like Renba had the workers build these walkways from its aged planks. Hello there, hi. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome to the madhouse. So, let's see. Oh, another cart. Some of those had inscriptions on them, didn't they? Anything on this one? No, it doesn't look like it. Anything over here, perhaps? Ooh. An inscription. What we got? This one is a phrase run together, is it now? Could be carry. Myself? No. Carry this something. Can add my translation for this to my dictionary. Yes. Where do I find these games? Well, most of the games I own are on Steam. Although I do occasionally play like console games and stuff like that. So yeah, looking around on Steam can be a good way to find all the games that I play. I also watch like YouTubers and other streamers to sort of get ideas of what to play. Like if I see them playing a game, because some of the YouTubers I watch, they do like little previews where they'll play the first couple of hours or so of a game, and you know, I'll watch a video like that and I'll look at it and I'll be like, hey, that looks really, really interesting. And that then, you know, I sort of add it to a list. Like if it's on Steam, I'll add it to my wish list. And then obviously when like a sale or if I'm looking for a particular game to play comes around, then I'll be able to remember it and stuff like that. Do I look into itch.io much? Occasionally I look there. There's not like I mean, well, I was going to say there's not a vast amount. There are a lot of games on itch.io. But it's not something I go like out of my way to look at. I know there's a lot of like short little free horror games on there, but I don't know. Excuse me, I don't know if there would be any that would like justify a full live stream. But if you have any recommendations, you're always welcome to you know, suggest one. If you check down below the stream, there's actually a link to a Discord group I've got, and there is a channel within the group where you can leave game suggestions if you have one. URLs appreciated, but not necessarily recommended, but helpful, you know. Okay, carry this. You know, even as I was reading it, carry that load felt about right. Carry this load. Because it could be carry this machine, but probably not. Carry this load. I think that's correct. Equally, it might say, cheese runs amok, mistress. Since the carvers do not know what they were carving. True enough. Lifting equipment. Lifting equipment. But not very good lifting equipment. Whatever Master Rambo was doing here, mistress, he was doing it secretly, not well. That's very true. Yes, a awfully short and experimental. Found foxhole through there one time before it went pay to play. Really? Don't think I've heard of foxhole. Actually, that's not true. That rings a vague bell, but I'm not sure what it is. Okay. Let's hope this thing can take my weight. And his. The walkway is extremely badly made. Mistress? Typical. You can stay. I'm not angry. You're welcome to stay. I would never force you to come down to somewhere. Test the board. This board seems weaker than the others. After that bridge collapsing on the garden moon, I don't want to take any chances. I concur, mistress. Well, I'm not going to send 6. Will it take my weight? I do not have enough evidence. Presumably, you would not be the first to cross it. No, I am not sending him. Okay, there's got to be something else I can do. This is a bad idea. Whatever was down here, Rainbow took it out and left. No reason to break our necks looking for it. Thank you, mistress. The probability of collapse was steadily rising. So I've actually given up on going down there. That's interesting. The fact that you can. How far does it go? It is quite a drop, mistress. Whatever was being uncovered was well buried. The thing is, you can clearly see there's a whole bunch of stuff down there. And there's probably like inscriptions and all sorts down there, but like I'm not willing like, my character will not go down there. Like, I couldn't make her cross that bridge. The only way to go down there was to send 6. I'm like, I'm not comfortable risking that. You know? But I literally cannot see what's down there. So I guess we're just going to have to cross a line through that one. We're done here. Be ready, mistress. So we left the surface of the dig site, where the boat was buried. You could have easily jumped the gap with the weak board. Well, potentially, I guess. I don't think that's the point. Alright. I like how it lists somewhere distant, but as far as I can tell, the only ways into that section are these 2 lines. That one goes in, and then you got this one and this one that go out. That's it. That's all I could find. I mean, there might be one down here too. I suppose there's some down here as well. Maybe it's more there than I thought. Okay, so what are my current objectives? We've got the someplace distant, which is a bloody huge section. I feel like I need to narrow that down first. We've got the age of sail. We found an artifact dating from the same age as the buried ship. Sire says Remba found. A lost city, perhaps. 6 thinks the sundial and the garden moon might have come from here as well. But I don't know enough to find the site yet. Fair enough. Statues of ancient gods were sculpted here, then dragged down the rivers to where they now stand. Perhaps the sculptors were near Remba's rocky moon, from which the stone might have been quarried. Perhaps this was how Remba found his way to the quarry moon and lost hermitage nearby. After all, 6 has traced a mining cart found at Remba's dig to here too. I don't have enough evidence to find the site yet. I'm assuming that's the same for this one because it's not glowing like orange. So orange basically means not enough evidence. We're going to have to keep looking. So we can go to Elbereth. Our friend the mechanist Oroi lives in the citadel in Elbereth. Might be able to tell me what metal hoop I found. Brief bay of calm amid the wash of rivers. I could go and tell Huang I met a trader on Renaki. And as always, I could show him some of my recent books and finds. He loves old texts and might have an opinion on my translations. So yeah, I could go there. These are the other 2 places. Like finding the Withering Palace might be interesting. As might finding the Age of Sail site. Remember dig site, we recovered more shards of isolate crystal. So I'm tempted to go to the Age of Sail site first. Which is quite a bit of a distance, but we'll see. So, yeah, we'll have a look around. Welcome to my least favorite part of the whole sodding game. The sailing. You know what? The sailing would be a lot better if the controls were better. I don't like the controls. The camera angle should be automatic and it should be on the stick, not on the angles. I hate it. Oh, you're telling me we can go either way? Withering Palace 6. Well, I'm going to go this way first. Somewhere in the Withering Ways, perhaps? Ghosts Wake. Unexplored river to the left is there. Do I want to go through the unexplored river? I mean, which might also reach a target. Well then, let's go off into the unknown. Ooh, hello. Well, that's something, isn't it? It's another ruin. A ruin. It's a ruin from at latest the early Empire period, mistress. Please wait, mistress. I recovered a broken statue fashioned from antler. I wonder how long it's been out there. There's a drawn motif on the base. The other thing I really wish this game did have, and I mean, what they've got with the subtitles and the text and all that stuff is really good, but I really wish that characters were colored so you knew who the fuck was speaking each time. Because you're not always. Okay. We got from, maybe? Moves. For, oh, that worked. I believe you are correct with from, mistress. Yay! Okay, so something moves from something for something. Serpent moves from here for treasure metal star. Woman, palace, no, place, home, so we only know home. Don't know, it's a bit of a punt. Serpent moves from I think that's one. I don't know why I think that's one, but I think that means singular, basically. And I think that because of the achievements. Now, the achievements that are actually shown up on the Steam thing actually have phrases in the ancient language on them. And I'm pretty sure the one for 10 is that symbol and another similar looking symbol. So I'm thinking that is probably just one. I really feel that. I could be wrong. So a serpent moves from one for... maybe not serpent. Well, then again, that might have actually been the symbol it had for 10, so maybe that didn't mean anything. Your. Maybe that means something moves from... maybe that's not one. Maybe I'm thinking about that wrong. Self? Alright, I gotta... it's slightly dodgy. Serpent moves from here for temple. So it's basically the serpent leaves this place to go to the temple. Could be wrong, but that seems like a decent sentence. I'll try that again later. Alright, where are we going? This comes from the same site as the lantern. When we found adrift in the rivers. Got a kind of Treasure Planet feeling. Yeah, vaguely. I actually really like the movie Treasure Planet. I know it gets sort of a bad rap, but I actually quite like it. I like the design, I like the weird looking spaceships that are literal ships. I think that looks very good. I thought that was a very unique thing. I know a lot of people actually dunked on the movie because of that. It's like, oh, it doesn't make sense. Ships in space. It's like, look, it's a style. Don't criticize something for having a unique style, for crying out loud. Right, where are we going? So we go around there, go around there. That's fine. I'm legitimately surprised, like, how much of this area is uncharted. Whoa, we're going. Amadou made some strange claims about the place we're headed to. He said he saw corridors filled with ancient machines. So more or less straight ahead for quite a while. Curious. Oh, is that a ruin? Curious how? He does not strike me as the adventurous type. Yeah, it's true, he didn't. Doubt he has ever left Reniki. Well, he probably sent his robots to do his work for him, didn't he? A ruin! I would guess it dates from the Ioxian Empire, mistress. This should only take a few moments, mistress. I found a sculpture fashioned from antler again. It most likely came from somewhere nearby. It has been inscribed with glyphs, too. Ooh, long phrase. Complete phrase. This one is several words. Gods follow? No, that's not follow. Gods. It could be you. You who follow. Gods act with... No. Forget that then. I could still change my mind, but... Gods act with you who follow? Wait, really? Not enough words to put in there, huh? Most likely this comes from the same place as the goblet and the square of foil we found before. This will make a place called the Withering Palace easier to locate. Will it now? How much? No, it still looks about the same size. Hang on a second. Look to my inscriptions. Inscriptions, soul inscriptions. Oh really, I've got some solvable ones, have I? What we do is forever. Oh, is it now? I've solved that. That's nice. And this one is Emperors Live Forever. Yay! Unsolvable inscription. So we couldn't get this one. Apparently we didn't have enough information or something. Maybe not. No, that wouldn't fit in there. There's no dot. Not act, huh? See, you who follow, I can totally see being a thing. Not with either. So gods. I wonder where I can even... Hang on, if I pull you out and put you there. No, you go 4. You and what was the other one? Nope, that can't be right. Maybe I just don't have enough pieces. It's entirely possible. Can't do that because of the dot. Nope, ain't gonna fit in there. One of these has got to work. Is it just gonna keep crossing them all off until they're all gone? You haven't crossed it off yet. I can't put anything anywhere else in, can I? Nah, I guess that doesn't work. That's weird. Usually there's something in there that you can get, but I guess not. Long string of sentences. Did I never get that one? I thought I did. Maybe it's because I got more words now. Let's see what else we can fit in. That doesn't look right. Keep putting things in until it starts correcting me. That's usually how these things work. Once you work out whether you're right or wrong, the game will probably tell me in some capacity. I don't think there's more I can put in, is there? Forget that. Garden of the Dead. Yeah, we really just need to correct some of these words. Anyway, let's keep going because I got a little distracted there. Oh, hello. What did you call your first robot, mistress? I called it. Shut the fuck up and stop talking. Presumably you did not call it 1. I get the feeling she did. In fact, I get the feeling that you're the 6th robot she's had. A ruin! Yes, very quickly changing the subject. A ruin from the Empire, mistress. I will investigate, mistress. I recovered a chipped tablet made of stone. Must have come from somewhere close by. And there's an inscription on the surface. Ah, that's a long sentence. This one is a broken fragment from an even longer phrase. Impossible. Ah, really? Maybe run it past Huang later. Can't even work that one out. Comes from the same place as the sculpture in the goblet. Got a lot of leads on a place called the Withering Palace now. We should make its location easier to find. And yet it hasn't, like, shrunk in terms of you know, anything. Oh look, we got a choice to make. Left or right? I think we'll go left up ahead. Alright, let's see what we find. We definitely want to go this way. So, iolite crystals from the site of Remba's cache must have been mined during the Empire period. Make things like that brooch Remba found. Might be some evidence of that work left. Indeed, there might be. Or some artifacts from connected sites. Should go right? Well, alright then. Where are we right now? Oh, apparently there was a notable ruin down there. That's nice. Alright, so we've got to sail up to there then. Whoop. Apparently it just went right through a rock. That makes a lot of sense. Woo! Available data suggests the age of sail site is somewhere around here. Okay. Anywhere in particular? Work out the best way. So if we go left and then stick to the left every time. At least they leave you these sort of weak flows so you can make choices relatively easily. Oh, there it is. Don't know if that's specifically the site we're looking for, but that appears to be it. Sometimes I feel construction languages mess. Languages are created to make communication easier, yet here we are. Shot of hardboard from the hull. Wonder how long it's been out there. Look at the carvings. Someone took time over this. Found some carved characters on it. Yay! That's a lot of characters. This is the end of a longer line of text. Is it now? Oh good, I can actually guess this one. Okay, could say that could be sky. Sky God, which we know was a thing. Not that one. Sky God. Could be yourself. That doesn't feel right. Pull that out. Sky God act something yourself. Shall Sky God... I'm not sure about as. I don't have a one that has that sort of backwards S shape in it. That's kind of bugging me. Well, it could be, rather than yourself, it could be just you. No, that's not it. Why did you just cross out shall, huh? Nope, didn't like that either. Not acts, that's probably for the best. Let's try when. No, I think it's definitely May. May Sky Gods. Something yourself. No, not yourself. Your. Convinced my translation for May is right. Now that's good. Another one ticked off. So May Sky, what is it? May Sky Gods something your something. Demand and open your... Show your way? Open your throat? Probably not. May Sky God show your way. Lead your way. Yeah, that's gotta be right. That feels too good to be not be right. A blessing, perhaps? I think this comes from the exact place we're after. It must be near. Sail site. Yeah. Okay. Right, so we need to go right, then left, as best I can. Now we gotta go right first, trust me. Poetic? Yeah, kinda. I mean, the thing about the whole translation thing is the more words we get, the easier it is to work together phrases, because obviously phrases are easier to work out. Because, you know, when you're trying to work out a phrase and like every single word in the phrase is a guess, then you don't know anything. But when every word in the phrase is something that's like known to you, you know, and there's just a couple of blanks here or there, it gets much easier. Ruin here appears to date from the age of sail, mistress. It should only take a few moments. I recovered a silver compass. Ooh, fancy. Just floating out there? And there's an inscription, because of course there is. Ooh, it's a relatively short one. That's more like it. Silver compass. Paths. Dies. Those aren't the symbols for dies. Darn it. But I'm certain my translation for paths is correct. Yeah. Win some, you lose some. So something of something paths. Knowledge opens of... No, it's because the of is throwing me off. Something tells... Could be tells. Something... Knowledge tells... Loop tells of... Nebula? Nebula tells of... Pilgrim's path? Its path? You, your songbird... Ours? Our? Nebula tells of our paths? Knowledge tells... Loop tells of our paths? It's a compass. But would that necessarily denote that it would be about... Well, I suppose it would be. Nebula tells of... Well, we can go with that. Nebula tells of our past. I'm not convinced on that one. But it could be. Alright, now where do we go next? Forward a little bit. And then forward a little. We could take a left up ahead. So there's two left, and I don't know which one it is. Actually, based on that little bit there, I'm willing to bet that's the site we're looking for. So we want to get to that one first. Alright, so we want to go left, right, right. And hopefully that'll get us back on track. Because I want to get to this place first. But I don't quite know how without going off the track. Because in order to get to this place, we've got to come from the north. Or from above. So that means I've got to get over here somehow. So my only guess is to go down here and hope that I can go around there. I guess we're going to go left. So we go left. Straight ahead. We go right and then right. That's the site over there. Let's see. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Oh, what's with the loop? I'm gonna go around that loop real quick. Entirely possible there's something there. Could be wrong, but you never know. Back in the Withering Ways again. Well, better the Withering Ways than the Wuthering Heights, but that's just me. No one's gonna get that reference. Sometimes I feel like I'm too old for this shit. All my references are things that are like super fucking dated. Alright, so there wasn't actually anything down there, which I'm quite surprised at actually. I figured there would be. Alright, so we go... So we go right, then right. I really wish I could move a bit faster. This is the other thing. I really wish you could like control your speed. It's all well and good them sending you slowly here or there, but occasionally you want to go a bit something faster when you know where the hell you're going. It's the frustrating thing about this whole sailing mechanic that really gets to me, because it's like this could have been... Imagine something closer to the open area in, say, Skyward Sword. You know, where you can basically take your ship anywhere, but like some areas might not be revealed to you, some areas could be hidden in like thick cloud, and you'd have to like find maps to uncover the way through. Like that would have been a much better system, because then it would have been like you're charging your own course, as opposed to following these predetermined lines that are actually really, really annoying. Especially when they go very, very slowly. Then you could like determine your own speed. You could... Maybe do not turn left. I didn't have a choice to turn left. Did I? Yes, left again. No, oh, left. Sorry, not right. That was right. I went right. Okay, here we go. A ruin. It's a ruin from the age of sail, mistress. I shall investigate. Found the moldering scrap of a flag. Just lying out there? No, it was doing a funny dance. No embroidery. Alright, now what way do we want to go now that we've narrowed it down to the final one? So we want to go left, and then left again. No, we don't want to go left. We want to go right. So we want to go right, down here, right again. And then we want to go left and around to there. That's the quicker route. Believe it or not, that's actually the quicker route. Oh, it seems like the longer route. No, I know exactly where I'm going. Thank you. I can take a shortcut. I know what I'm doing. Leave it to me. The expert navigator. You've given me the tools, so let me use them, please. Yeah. That's exactly where I want to go. Alright, I can do this. I feel like we're sailing through a cloud. In effect, mistress, we are. The particles we can see are ice particles. Suspended in what is left of the river here. Okay, where are we going? Left or right? We are going left and then around. Make sure to stay on the left. See, I told you, the way I picked was much faster. Oh, I know where I'm going. That way. Here we go. Is that it? What we're looking for? We will need to hop her down, mistress. I believe I can see a viable surface. Yeah, but is there viable oxygen? Kind of important. That's probably what he meant. An age of sail site. What was this place? What is this?
This moon was nothing but cold, cruel rock. It could never have been home to anyone. And yet, someone had been here. And someone was still standing guard.
Mountains. This is an unforgiving place. Were there any other surfaces at all? None. This moon appears most rugged. Must have been something important about this place. Something that made this thing worth building. The guardian of this place? Wonder who you are. Don't see a way up. Why would you want to climb up there, mistress? Do you not see him from where you stand? Smart ass. I'm an archaeologist. There's a god here. I want to find out what it thinks it's doing. But why humans insist on standing on things to understand them? Because that's how you know you've conquered it. Once you can stand on something, you can firmly say, this is mine. How old will you say this site was, Six? Based on the weathering of the god statue? Nearly 1,500 years. Ooh, that's a long time. Back when the age of sail was flourishing. Although this place doesn't look very flourishing to me. Perhaps this path leads around to the statue. Path is leveling up. Oh, there's a building. By the goddess and all her fingers. Whoa.
The path ended at the edge of an enormous crater.
There's a satellite dish.
Where a mountain had been plucked out like a rotten tooth. And something had been built across the wound.
What are we looking at? I have no idea, mistress. Can you scan it, Six? Scan it? You know, scan for what, mistress? It's a hole. It's clearly not just a hole. Scan it for anything. Here is something, mistress. The tiles lining its surface are a metallic pottery composite. A what? Metallic pottery. Heat resistant, reflective, conductive. It's a solar array? Where did they even get enough metal for this crater? Don't people sift streams for iron dust? There are richer seams on some older moons, I believe, mistress. But there does appear to be considerable wealth of metal here. Yeah, no shit. Look at this place. This looks like... Oh, what's the name of that telescope? Oh, damn it. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it now. Amadou claimed he saw corridors full of machines. Did he find a way inside that we haven't? There is every possibility he was simply lying, mistress. Yeah, I'm getting that idea. Let's see if this god has some answers. I will wait below, mistress. Oh, of course there are markings. Why wouldn't there be? Found some markings. Let's see if we can't find out who you are. There's a few words in this one. The Hubble no, it's not a Hubble telescope is a satellite in orbit. So I'm thinking sky god. That makes too much sense. Snake? Sky god does home... Does? No, that can't be right. Sky god does home of... Can I add my translation for guards to my dictionary? I don't remember there being guards. That wasn't guards, was it? What did I have that down as? Oh, does. It was like a doing word, wasn't it? I suppose. So, sky god guards. Didn't I have that down as snake? Oh, no. Oh, it must have also corrected something on that. Sky gods. So I guess that's serpents. Because it is basically the word serpent. Sky god gods serpents eye. Sky god gods serpent's eye makes sense? Actually, that makes a little too much sense. What's a serpent? So what was the thing? It looks like a giant satellite dish. Is it something here? Yeah, it's the thing on the floor. That's the serpent's eye. Oh, that makes a little too much sense. Ooh, I don't know why. Finding this place gave me chills. It's like something a little too big. Like you don't expect to find a ruin of this size. There's a structure over there. With a mast? For a flag? That's not a mast. That looks like a radio tower. I suspect it is functional, mistress. Intended perhaps for some kind of beacon. Yeah, exactly. It's a radio tower or it's something. Ooh. You see, just when I'm saying that, oh, there's a lot of things that are frustrating in this game, it does something, except, that brings me right back in. Please wait, mistress. What is it? I have found something. Gravity, mistress. What's that supposed to mean? the gravity within the crater is lower than the gravity outside it. That's not possible. No. However, it is a fact. Huh. Well, I'm afraid exploring this place is going to have to wait because it's time for our regularly scheduled break. That and I could really do with a trip to the bathroom right now. So I shall be back in just a couple of minutes, guys. This is getting interesting, isn't it? And we are back. Right, let's keep going. Oh, by the way, I had a quick Google search for it. It was the Arecibo satellite dish or space telescope or whatever you want to call it. That's the one I was thinking of. Because it's the one that always reminds me of two films. Contact, in which it was sort of the setting for the sort of the first opening part of the film. It was also the satellite dish used in the movie Goldeneye. That was supposed to be like the secondary satellite facility in the Goldeneye itself. It's a real place. It's pretty cool. This looks like the way down. Yes, yes it does. But I'm curious if there's anything over here. But we could walk all the way around. How could the gravity be low? Is this dish some kind of machine? Some kind of... I don't know. Lens? The dish is just as it appears, mistress. A curved, tiled floor. But perhaps the moon's density itself is low. So she knows about it being a dish, although she probably thinks of it like a bowl. What's the moon made of? Don't tell me it's hollow. I will do a scan. Well, this looks like the way down. Apparently I can't go. There we go. Catch me if I fall, 6. And how do you propose I do that, mistress? Using my ready wit?
The metal ledge halfway down was wide enough for walking. Wide enough for robots too.
There's something at the center. A cover? It looks like it has handles. A covered well? Oh, look, there's symbols. Oh my god, it's the Stargate! But there's no way I'd keep my balance on this slope if I tried to climb down. And there's some big holes to go sliding into. Unless we can find a section that hasn't shattered. There's writing around the rim. Yeah, I noticed. Like I said, it's the Stargate. This one's a phrase running together. Alright. The only one we don't know is a question mark is welcome. So, and be welcome. That can't be right. Mistress, I do not think you have enough information to read this. Does myself want to be welcome? No. Yeah, I don't have enough words for it yet, do I? Let's see what we can find. This section of the slope looks intact. Yeah, I want to do that last, though. I want to explore the building first. This is so
The
interesting.
scale of the place was mind-boggling.
This is what I love about this game.
It must have been built by giants for giants.
I don't think so. Ooh, lost a bit of stamina going up there. At least I think that's stamina. I mean, it could be health. I'm not sure. By the waters. The air is so thin here. Take your time to recover, mistress. It is clear this place was intended for robot workers. Yeah. I think that's pretty clear too. Anything around here? Nope. There's definitely something inside here. Equipment? It's hard to make out. Looks like a door. Only it won't open. Button? Is this some kind of mechanism? Can't see how to work it. Just lights? Please stand aside. The locking mechanism is internal and magnetic. It's designed for robots. There. Well then.
A dark, cramped space, stuffed with metal and pipes and wires. It was like I'd turned into an ant and was now crawling around inside the robot.
Huh. Someone oversaw this site from here. God, a regulator, but oversaw what? A regulator. A regulator? It can't have been a good job. It's uncomfortable, cramped, but robots do not care. Some kind of control panel. What's that? Oh, something written here. There's something written here. Whoa! That's one hell of a sentence. Really? I can solve this? I don't think I can, but let's take it a shot, I guess. We... mechanicals? Acts. Acts. I don't think this is going to work. This is so long. There's no way I've got enough information for this. I don't even think there's anywhere I can put this in, is there? I don't think I can solve that. Impossible. Ramps. This site wasn't managed by humans at all. Some kind of a control panel? Did they have children working here? Based on its position, it's just under the window. This must control something out there. But I can't see how to use it. These doors seem stuck. I can get my fingers in, but they won't budge. Power to that section appears to have failed. Any way to turn it on? I am not some kind of plumber, mistress. Suit yourself. Let's see what's up here. What was that? What was that noise? Yes, good question. I believe it was the lower door releasing itself, mistress. Or resealing itself, even. Look at it. It's beautiful. Whatever it is. Some kind of tripod? There was something here once. An instrument of some kind? It's the wrong shape for a winch. I've seen this kind of tripod before. It's the same as the one on Janiki's moon. On the roof of the Hermitage near Meerzi. Angled to look at the center of the crater? Or else tilted up to the sky? Impossible to say for sure. Let me just double check there's nothing. Oh, yep. Something painted. I just had a feeling, you know? Fractured paste from an even longer phrase. Ooh, plenty of options. Ooh, could be garden. Nebula. Nebula is... Nebula is... I believe I remember the word nebula, mistress. Woo! And the word garden, too. Nice. Nebula is... I'm sure of garden as well. Nice. So nebula is... Okay, that's either my or our. Of we. Of we implies plural, like a group of we. So it's our nebula. It must be. Nebula is our garden. Because it's a combination of the word of and the word we with just a dot in the middle. So it must mean our. It must mean that. That literally must be what it says. Nebula is our garden. That'll do for now. Something to do with ships? Perhaps this was some kind of dock. This place was clearly abandoned. No disaster or destruction. Whatever it once was, it became obsolete. Oh, it's a light. Definitely not a flagpole. There are no ropes and no fittings for any ropes. It is a signal mast. A beacon. for sending something somewhere. Iox has a similar one for sending messages. Where does the mass send to, Six? Please wait, mistress. Yes. I believe I can deduce that. But it is hardly accurate enough to pinpoint a target. Huh. But it might help me narrow something down, huh? This one's not empty. A telescope. The ladies in grey on Elbereth had a telescope on the roof. They encourage us to look at Iox through it and dream. So this place is an observatory. Not necessarily. Was the ruin near Maerzi an observatory too? The locations are interesting, mistress. Separated but aligned. They suggest a triangulation. But a triangulation requires more than 2 points. Ooh. Let's see now. Oh. There's no eyepiece. What's the use of that? Is this it? The observatory that Renba wanted me to find? Mistress, you have spoken to Renba? Outside the hermitage where Renba died. 6. I spoke to Renba, or an echo of him. He told me to find an observatory. And now we have. This is the observatory? Interesting. And yet, there is nothing here. This looks like it comes free. It's been inscribed too. Of course it has. Everything's got an inscription on it in this universe. Hurts my eyes to try and read it. Yeah, mine too. They start going cross-eyed. This is one end of a broken fragment of text. Alright. Let's say rivers. Mule? No, it can't be mule. What could be take me all? Take me all places. Can add my translation for places to my dictionary now. Take me all places, something rivers, flow. Take me all the places where the rivers flow. Seems decent enough. What do you make of the telescope, 6? Indeed, most interesting. What is it? It is a recording device, mistress. There is a Rebesque foil at its apex. Can you read it? No, mistress. I have a foil inside me, but there is no common language. But I can guess. Let's hear it. If this device is a telescope, Perhaps it has been recording the movements of the sky. Interesting. Good theory. Does this one work? I do not believe so, mistress. It seems a lot of the wiring here has been rendered purely decorative by time. Good thing the control downstairs still works. We'd be stuck in here. It does still work, doesn't it? Statistically, mistress, it will. Six, can you operate this? That one controls the temperature of the floor, mistress. This one, however, appears more interesting. Can you work it out? I already have. There. I have activated the panel. But I see no change. Maybe the power's gone? So, what was this place observing? The rivers. Nothing else seems plausible to me, mistress. Interesting. So we pressed the button and nothing happened. Open the door, please, 6. Mistress? Ah. Ah? It would seem the power to this control is not entirely functional. Presumably the system has not been used or maintained in some time. Are you saying we're trapped in here? After a fashion. So hopper us out of here. I am afraid the line of sight required is not available. We can head for the roof. An excellent idea, mistress. Please wait where you are. I will return momentarily. Is he gonna drop? 6? Mistress. That was impressive, 6. Thank you, mistress. It appeared to solve the problem. We should probably leave before it closes again. Escape! I have fixed the lock, mistress. It will not close again. Right. Of course it won't. Doesn't really matter now, does it? So what was this place? I suppose it's the right shape to be the serpent's eye. We know it was run by robots. Some kind of recording station? Observing the rivers. The crater itself is most likely a dock. A place for ships to land? Low gravity in the crater helps ships to take off from here. We have found one promising artifact here, the telescope device. Creators on Ios will be most content with that. You wish me to activate the hopper now, mistress? Would that be acceptable? I want to get down to the center of the crater first. Definitely. And we saw the way down over here. Come on. You activated it earlier. Let me activate it now. This section of the slope looks intact. No gaps between here and the lower levels. I could slide until you reach the bottom, mistress, where there is a sizable hole. Am I going to regret this? Well then, I'll float down. Coming? I will follow. On my treads. Here goes. By the goddess. Whee, I made it. Whew. Made it. Pupil of the serpent's eye. 6. It's warm. Mistress, please. Surely it can't be powered. You may draw power from the rivers, given the curious gravity effect. There was perhaps once an upriver here. An upriver? For launching ships? Then this surface we're on is a dock. The gravity is really low. I feel like a child again. What is this thing? I cannot tell, mistress. It resembles a well, but I do not believe there is a wellspring anywhere here. If there was an upriver here, does that mean there's water after all? Perhaps there is a wellspring directly below the opening, mistress. The water was directed into the river, rather than saturating the moon. Huh. Maybe it was supposed to be a giant rain catcher. Rather than a dog. Let's see if I can... What is it? An opening, mistress. Opening. If there was an upriver here, then what was the hatch for? Why was it closed? Fascinating, mistress. Closing off a river. What would that even mean, 6? To close off a river. A river is water and force line. The force line would remain, but without the water it could not be sailed. Still, the water would have to go somewhere. Perhaps the crater was flooded? I do not think the river was controlled in order to harvest moss, mistress. But perhaps the water was used elsewhere. Another river, perhaps. Did our ancestors really have the power to control the shape of the Nebula 6? It's incredible. How does such a power get lost? Robots, mistress. This was clearly operated by robots. The process of controlling the rivers automated until the process was forgotten. Then the robots were removed and the process was lost. This crater really had an upriver under that hatch. Six, that raises so many questions. Where's the river gone? Was it artificial? Can you make a river? Divert one? Who can say? Did the ancients make the nebula using controlled uprivers? Could we change it for ourselves? Could not speculate, mistress. But imagine if that is what robots were for. Custodians of the flows. Creating the maps of space itself. Conversation's going on a long while. Would you like that, Six? To be shaping the rivers? Yes, mistress. The rivers connect everyone. They enable everything. They form the fabric of life. Interesting. Those 3 frames of animation walk really bugs you. Yeah, I know what that it is. Yeah, the animation is one, again, one of those things I'm really not too sure about. You know, I hope this isn't Rember's observatory. If it is, then I'm definitely missing something. There's nothing here. No, I don't think this is Rember's observatory. Alright, what's in here then? How far down do you think it goes, Six? I could not say, mistress. Can you shine a light down there? After a fashion, mistress. Ooh, crystals. It's lined with iolite crystals, like the one Rember left on Mersey. Same as the crystals on board the crashed ship Rember dug up. Indeed, mistress. My audio's breaking up? In a bad way, or was it just like fuzzy for a bit and then got better? I don't know what might be wrong if my audio is breaking up. Do I want to jump inside? This seems like a very bad thing to do. Oh well. I think it's due to multiple audio. It's getting fuzzier, but it's not getting any better. Mistress, I do not believe the iolite in the crater here is natural. Really? Hang on a second. Let me just have a quick double check of something. Checking my internet. That could be something playing up with that. Let me know if it gets better at any point. Hang on, let me check. far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong with my internet. It's about as standard as it normally is. It could be something up with Twitch, like maybe Twitch is playing up. Everything on seems fine on my side, as far as I can tell. The game audio is fine. Well, it could be that my headset is finally deciding to give up the ghost, or it could be that Twitch is playing up. Is it like really bad? Like, do you need me to try to actually fix this, or can we limp along for a bit and see if it gets better? Anyway, crystals have been set in place. Really? There's no natural iolite in this moon? No, mistress. This has been brought here at some complexity. Huh. The ship near Elbereth must have been carrying crystals from here, which proves this was some kind of dock. The dock was large and the mine below was small. One big ship could have cleared it out. We can infer they were distributing crystals to multiple ships. Am I going to regret this? Let's see where this goes. Do not move, mistress. If you attempt to annihilate yourself by entering a vertical drop, I will hopper you immediately. I know what I'm doing. With respect, mistress. Yeah, it's probably a mistake. It is clear that you do not. Step away. Alright, alright, alright. Yeah, literally, alright, alright. Thank you, mistress. That's probably a stupid decision anyway. Your obedience is appreciated. Did you say obedience? I am not obedient. Very good, mistress. So long as you do what I say and do not mind the verb you use. Yeah, makes sense, I suppose. Oh, painted symbols. Painted symbols, painted symbols. Yes, look at those painted symbols. Yay. A few words in this one. Are there now? Okay, put streams in there. Towards something streams heart? I believe you can be confident of your translation for heart now, mistress. That was streams, but then the of and the two dots at the front changed it. So that probably means that it is going to be rivers. Does towards rivers heart make sense? This is telling us where the upriver went. To some kind of nexus, perhaps? Can you take a bearing? I can, mistress. I see the gravitational force line still present here. You should note the bearing is not the same as that from the antenna mast. Interesting. Well, let's go then. Nothing more here. Back to the ship, mistress? Yeah. I can simply hop us if you prefer. We have discovered the existence of one new location, an unknown ancient site. Do it. I don't see what else we can learn here. Stand by, mistress. We're off. So we left the surface of the docking crater moon. You refreshed the page and it fixed it. That was weird since the game audio was fine. That is strange. Maybe you just happened to refresh at the time that it fixed itself, so who knows. Aboard the Nightingale. So, was it the Serpent's Eye? Some kind of landing bay for ships? Why land there at all? There's nothing on this moon apart from the bay itself. Except the crystals. That's actually a fair point. Alright, let's start sailing. I will prepare the sheets. So an unknown ancient site. A pre-Empire site. Well, it seems we're so close. Let's go to the Withering Palace. Because why the hell not, I guess. Actually, we're not as close as I hoped. I mean, it's literally going to lead me right past Iox. So I could go to Iox, speak to, oh, what the hell's his name? I forget now. Confirm some of my stuff, and then go to the Withering Palace. Or I could plot a course to the... Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. We'll go to Iox first. Then we'll go to the Withering Palace. Via that small place. Alright.
We turned the prow for Iox once more. Going back always felt like a relief.
Did it now. Whoop, hello. Caught you just in time. You think you could hide from me, did you? Feels good to be back on a real river again. A ruin. Would guess it dates from the Holy Empire, mistress. Please wait, mistress. I recovered a shattered tablet. Wonder how long it's been there. On the edge, an inscription. I still haven't worked out what those 3 concentric circles are. This is broken off. Could say stories. Could say whoop, all. There. Could say people. Maybe. Emperor. People, the stories towards Emperor? That's probably not right. No, that ain't right. which one was it not? It wasn't all, huh? So we've got stories, Emperor, follow, people follow Emperor. Oh, that ain't right. Not stories, huh? Emperor, people follow. Oh, there we go. Convinced my translation for people is right now. Good, I'm glad about that. And follow must be right too. Yay! Alright, so that's just one. Something people follow Emperor. Honest? Could be narrow people follow Emperor. Help people follow Emperor. Honest people follow Emperor. Question mark. It happens that it comes from the same source as the chipped tablet and the sculpture we found. Make a place called the Withering Palace easier to locate, will it now? Alright, where are we and where are we going? I have no clue. Hello, I see something there. Another ruin! Yay for ruins! We should explore. Yes, yes we should. Structure is barely intact, mistress. There is nothing here to find. That's a shame. That's just boring.
All the rivers of the nebula flow to Iox in the end.
Bet you they don't.
If you tie off your sail, Iox is where you'll wash up. It's the heart of the nebula. Or else, it's the gutter.
A tripod we found on the old dock. Just like the one I found on the hermitage where Renba died. Yes, I'm pretty sure we already discussed that particular fact. But the crater site was old. Much older than the Empire. Assuming all those tripods were set up at the same time. And we made it to Iox. Yay. Oh, excuse me. Tired. Yeah, it's been a long week. Apparently we're walking automatically. Nope, just stopping now. Well, fair enough. Now let's go speak to... You know, I've totally forgotten his name. Huang, that's it. Huang. Alaya, always a pleasure. Showing text. Got a few things for the curators. Glad to hear it. Scribes called you can't but where's the painting film sail? Dull crystal. Something else. Edged pen, metal hoop. Something else. Where's the telescope? Let's show him the compass, see what he makes of that. What do you make of this compass? Let me take a look at that. There's an inscription. I read it as Nebula tells of our paths. I don't agree with your use of hour. The symbol pattern for hour needs a glyph representing multiplicity. Fair enough. But there is nothing in the word that's appropriate. Let's see what other options there might be. So it's not hour then. Tells of its Nebula tells of its paths. Thanks, Ryan. Now, I've seen something a bit like that, if I remember right, and it also had some script. Let me see if I can find it. This bit gets a little boring and a bit kind of repetitive as you just talk to him through every single thing you've gotten. Ah, here. The dented silver telescope. It was found in a Reniki house months ago. Whoa, that's long. This is the start of a fragment of text. Is it now? That could be us. Will, maybe? Winds will... works. So my translation for winds is correct now. Nice. So something and winds will... Racky wine. Drink time and winds will... save us? Up us, save us. Time and winds will save us? Or anything more like that? Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. The creators will be most interested in the compass, I'm sure. Yeah, you might as well have that. Take it. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. I occupy my time with anything else? Guess not. I wonder how long he's actually going to be. No, I didn't want to actually leave the room. I was just looking around. No, not yet. Soon, not yet. Bloody insistent game. I guess I just gotta wait for him to come back, huh? Oh, here he comes. Liar, you waited. Yes? Listen, Huang. You ever hear of the Withering Palace? Most likely an Empire period site, so not too old. The Withering Palace. Let me think. Yeah, I think the annals mention it briefly. Let's see. And the lonely and the lost were pilgrims to the palace beyond the garden, where the best remained as mirrors of wise thoughts. Beyond the garden might be a clue. We found a garden. Sounds delightful. Well, it's more like a graveyard. Wouldn't trade our lives, Elia. I really wouldn't. I've been finding some truly ancient sites. Places far out in the reaches that must have once been wealthy. Abandoned? They seem that way. No one there now, anyway. Iox is old. They're always finding new layers to this place. Did you know that? Iox has been around forever. Probably all started here. The future or the past? What did? The loop, of course. That's why everybody wants to be on Iox. This is where you need to be when the loop closes. Interesting theory. Another thing. Now, is that all the option I've got? Read anything good recently? I've been indexing mostly. Alright. Well, I'm going to pause it there because it's just gone 5 o'clock, so it's time for another quick break. Yeah, let's see where this goes. I'm going to show him a bunch of artifacts. I'll give him some. Hold back a few others, perhaps. I'll go through the list because I want to show him as much as I can. Because that would be, I think, useful. It's interesting that he can correct you on words, but it won't necessarily cross them out. It won't say for certain this is definitely not this word to sort of narrow down your options. He simply says, I don't think this word is correct. So it's a sort of a softer correction rather than the hard and fast ones you get when you're actually doing the translating. It's kind of useful. It's quite a nice little thing. Anyway, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And we're back. All right. So let's see. Let's show him some text. I found a charged page you might be interested in. Ooh, let's see now. There's a fragment of an inscription. I read it as Book of Words of Love. You know, I'm sure you're right on book. Nice. Well, that's good. So he can actually confirm things. Good to know. I'm glad you agree. Oh, don't leave the room. Let's show him a bit more text. I discovered something you might enjoy. Let's see now. There's a fragment of an inscription. I read it as ... Pilgrims follow this book. You know, I'm sure you're correct about pilgrims. Nice. So he can confirm some texts. That's nice, actually. Narrowing things down. Again, the more words I get, the easier it is to solve words. I found a book you might be interested in. Let's see now. There's an inscription. I read it as pray for blessing. Yeah, I think you're right on blessings. Nice. Another one ticked off the list. Blessings. Ding, ding, ding. I'm glad you agree. So I've run out of them, have I? Well, okay. Hang on. Let me just go into my inscriptions a sec. Known words. No, that's not right. This thing is so bloody confusing, you know? This timeline thing is really annoying. It doesn't work very well anyway. Anyway, let's see what artifacts you've got. You made some nice discoveries out there. Let's see them then. Necklace found on the high moon, edge broken statue. What else have we got? Scribe shattered tablet. Something else. Something else. Something else. Something else. Decorated battered telescope. Show him the telescope. I found this battered telescope. Can I... There's a fragment of an inscription. I read it as follow me if you can. You know, I'm sure you're right on if. Okay. That's a start. If correct. Thanks, Rang. Interesting. I've seen something else like that, I think. It was also inscribed. Now, where's that volume? Ah, here it is. This is a script from a golden compass. Ooh, an alethiometer. It was found buried here on Iox back in Mayari supervision days. Ooh, text. This one is a phrase run together. Return? Will return? Something gods will return. I can add my translation for time to my dictionary now. It's a long one, but I'm sure it translates as return. Nice. So that must be in. It must be in. There's literally no other. In time, gods will return. Does in time, gods will return work? Yeah, I'd say bloody hell. You have any more like that? Oh, you never have anything more. I don't know why we have the option there. Want to archive? Yeah, take it. Might as well. Good, Faith. I'll be back shortly. Yeah. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Let's watch him go at least. Oh, there he goes. Don't know where he goes, but there he goes. He's off, and I can't see him because of the tree. I could follow him, but that almost feels rude. I'm sure he's off doing his own little thing. Get some exercise in. Walk down the stairs and walk up the steps. Walk back down and walk back up. Walk back down and walk back up. There a person crying over there? Wait, is that Rembo's mother? Is that where she disappeared to? Oh, it might be. Come on now. Come on, game designers. That's incredibly lazy. If you're gonna just disappear someone to a place where the player can't go, fine, but make sure they can't see them either. Honestly. Hello. Still waiting. Coming in? Elia, you waited. I had best get on with some work myself now. Oh. Really? You're telling me I waited for nothing? Well, told you then. See you soon, Huang. See you soon. Still, I got some more words out of that, so that's good. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Yeah, let's get out of here. Alright. And so we left the university. Let's go. I was thinking about the docking crater Moon 6. The whole site was designed to be run by robots. I wonder if there was a period before the Holy Ioxian Empire when robots were commonplace and they ran things even. Sounds pitiless. People at the mercy of the whims of an ethical core. Statistically, it is very sensible. A large number of robots could comfortably control, maintain, and organize society, leaving humans free of that burden. Although, I admit there would likely be problems in individual cases. Yeah, no kidding. Anyway, let's get sailing. I will ready the chocks, mistress. Chocks away. And tally ho, right. So we've got 3 possible locations at the moment. And I want to go... Well, we'll start by going to the... There. That's a start. And then from there we can go to the Withering Palace. Let's go. Ah, oh wow, we made it all the way there, huh? We're here, mistress. A ruin. It's a ruin from the Ioxian Empire, mistress. This should only take a few moments, mistress. I found a silver boot knife. Most likely came from somewhere nearby. Nothing inscribed on it, though. see what we can find. The Robot Empire says. We assume for a moment that there was one. It didn't survive. Or it did and it just went into hiding. At some point it collapsed. The robots disappeared. Alright, now, what do we got? We got 2 current locations. This one first. Which is pretty much just straight ahead, isn't it? Steel Empire ended in the Ioxian Empire began. There it is. The Withering Palace should be somewhere nearby. I don't think that's the Withering Palace, but yes, you're probably right. Approach the ruin! An area of minor flow? Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure we already knew that. I would guess it dates from the Empire, Mistress. I will investigate. Recovered a shard from a jug carved with a leaf design. Yeah, there's a could still way nearby. Molded from silver. And there's an inscription. This is fractured. I believe you are correct with in, Mistress. Nice. So something yourself in this cup. Drown yourself in this cup. Death, way of water. Drown yourself in this cup? Could still change my mind, but drown yourself in this cup? I'd say this was made on the place we're looking for. Alright, where next? We follow that for a while. We don't get a choice for a bit, so we'll just follow the path. Right, now we rejoined that bit. That goes down. So we want to go left and then right. Alright, we can pull that off, I think. That's definitely the destination. You can tell by the open bit. Because every major destination seems to have that. It has the bit where the river sort of opens up briefly towards the end of it. There are very few exceptions to that. Certainly the ones where you're actually looking for something, it does that. That's curious. I wonder if that was a deliberate design choice to sort of lead you in the right direction. Okay, we want to go right up on ahead. Aha, a ruin. Oh no, a shipwreck even. The structure has long since fallen apart, mistress. The rivers have washed this place clean. Well, that's a shame. Okay, so we go left and then take 2 rights. That should take us in roughly the correct direction. We go left and then 2 rights. There we go. Thank you for the arrow. Right, and then a quick right again. Yeah, that's a way out. It doesn't really matter whether we go left or right. We've pretty much only got one way to go now. So based on this, yeah, the unexplored ruin is the only direction I can go in now. Whether I want to or not, I'm going there. There's literally nowhere else left to go. Ah, there it is. I think we found it. There's not enough room to land the ship, mistress. I will ready the hopper. What a convenient thing. It's mostly the reason they invented teleporting in Star Trek was because they didn't have a budget for a shuttle. I'm not even joking on that. It's the place the holographic head mentioned. How can there be a palace here?
We hoppered down into a narrow, rocky canyon. Waves of dust made it impossible to breathe.
Yes, I notice my health bar is going down. Mistress? The air, it's getting to me.
This was the worst one yet.
Should not talk, the dust will get in your throat. Okay. Stop talking. Wind shadow, huh? By all the waters. A wind shadow. This place, Six. This place is horrible. Why would the hologram child have wanted to come here? Why would anyone? It is indeed horrible. You think it wasn't always like this? Hard to say, mistress. But all this dust must blow from somewhere. Perhaps something has dried up. The recording we saw in the graveyard was recorded here. That's what she told us, anyway. Are you well enough to continue, mistress? There's got to be something here. Some kind of structure? Somewhere. Alright, let's keep going. Can you see anything? Nothing but dust and rocks. Another shadow. There's something here. Etched in pictures, not glyphs. Stick people. With stick robots? This pair could be us six. Or the last two unfortunates from Iox to come this way. The hologram did say there were robots here. And the drawing looks like a child's drawing. What was this place? What would robots be doing out here? Surviving the dust better than humans, mistress. Smart ass. The recording we met in the graveyard said there was an orangery here. How could anyone grow oranges in this? Assuming we have found the correct place. Something must have changed. You know what? Change of plan. I'll wait here. Do you want to go ahead? Yes, mistress. You wait. I will return shortly. I hope Six comes back. I've left so many robots behind myself. Six? Six? Where are you? I can wait. Considering how long I walked with the dog when playing Blair Witch, trust me, I can wait. I'm a very patient person. Well, this is fun. Am I supposed to, like, go after him or something? I don't see anything else worth looking at. The only thing is... Oh! Mistress, it is most inclement out there. I'm glad to see you. I never said that. My ethical code would never allow that. I'm glad to hear it. You may rely on it, mistress. I completed my survey. There is nothing here. Therefore, we should leave. But we had evidence. The Withering Palace. All statistics have a meaningful margin of error, mistress. You're sure? Quite certain. Well, let's get out of here then. Doesn't sound like there's anything worth staying for. An excellent choice, mistress. Be ready, mistress. Huh. So we left the surface of the sand-blown canyon, rumored to be the site of the Withering Palace. Interesting. Would there really have been nothing there? Like, if I'd have gone forward, would I have found something? That's curious. I feel like that was possibly a big story choice. I wonder what Six found. If he indeed found anything at all. Interesting. How are you feeling, mistress? Thank you, Six. No need for thanks, mistress. I was without an alternative. But there's still something down there, isn't there? The Withering Palace. Under all that dust. You can't just leave it behind. You can. The sand doesn't trouble you? No, mistress. I can go down there in your place quite safely. And if there are stairs. Then perhaps the persistent choking dust will have smoothed them into ramps. I'll wait here for you then. Yeah, I knew it. So he did find something, but his ethical cord demanded that he get me to leave. Interesting.
I shook sand from my shirt and onto the rug. The nightingale seemed to groan with silence.
You haven't gone long. I found something, mistress. A castle in the dust. And I have a way for you to reach it. Thank you, Six. Do not thank me, mistress. There is something about this place. Something I do not like. I want you to tell me what it is. I'll do what I can. I will activate the hopper. Ooh. So we go down to a place, we leave. Six forces us to leave. Well, he convinces us to leave by lying. But it was a white lie. Sandblown Canyon. Six has found a safe place to hopper me down. To the place a holographic head mentioned. How can there be a palace here? Alright, so what's he found that's disturbed him? Inside, mistress, quickly.
We stepped through the ancient gate. The wind outside dropped to a hollow moan.
You can hopper us back that way, I hope? I would not attempt any other way, mistress. The hologram we saw in the graveyard said there were robots here. But that doesn't make any sense. Not with all these steps. Did this ever open? Perhaps this is... Excuse me. But I do not think it will open now. There's some kind of courtyard beyond. I can't make it out. This door's open. But the gap's too narrow to slide through. And it's jammed. I have to find a way around. But why would the hologram we saw in the graveyard have wanted to come here? I don't understand. On the top bar of the gate, symbols embossed into the metal. Ancient. This one is several words. Could be eyes. Your eyes? Something your eyes. I'm gonna add my translation for eyes to my dictionary now. Close your eyes, open your eyes. Open your eyes? It's either open or close. Open your eyes? That will do for now. We've seen this style of architecture before. In the graveyard of the Emperor. Yeah, I was getting that kind of vibe. This site must be from a similar period. Just as we were expecting.
The room was filled with rows and rows of books.
Is this a library? A palace of knowledge? Withering as paper withers? Perhaps, mistress. That is an interesting theory. This place doesn't seem grand enough to be a palace. There's no ornamental domes, no gardens. There must be more to this place, but what? There's ancient here. Lots of it. Now we just need to find the book that's a dictionary. A few words in this one. We have robot. After. Return. I believe I remember the words robot, mistress. Robots, I should say. These symbols remind me of my word for good. Something people, robots return. And this word reminds me of some others I've seen. Yeah, that's what the related words are about, isn't it? Something people, robots return. Together? People feared robots return? Together people feared robots return? I think that's right. If ominous. If there were robots here, they must have been restricted to the rear of this place. There is no logical reason to restrict a robot business. Oh. Why do I get the feeling some sort of robot uprising happened? A stool. Someone leapt up in a hurry, I suppose. Oh, and it looks like they dropped something. Here. In the crack between the stones. Broken brass key. Dating from the age of sail? The barrel has been decorated with precise symbols, too. They're really minuscule. This one is a broken piece from a longer phrase. Must me? I think my translation must isn't correct. Really. Oh. Could be do not. No, not do not. Cannot. Deny me. Because it's a key. You cannot deny me. As in, you can't deny me entry if I have this key. I think it comes from the same site as the bell. The one we discovered in the Emperor's graveyard. This should help us locate it. Yay. The recording we met in the graveyard said she had a place here. Alongside the mechanicals. That's what she said. But all I see are books and dusty stones. More sequences of ancient. Woo, that's a long one. This one is a blurry fragment from an even longer phrase. This one has a lot of symbols, but I think it must say stranger. So what was it? It was something holy pilgrim and angry stranger? True stranger. Can't be never. Precise stranger? It must... So, holy pilgrim. The holy pilgrim and the angry stranger. Sounds like a parable. I wonder what that really tells us about the Empire. Nothing, mistress. any scribe can lie. You said there was something strange here. I don't see anything strange. Nor do I, mistress. That, I fear, appears to me strange. Did you get dust in your wiring? Yes, mistress, but not deeply. There is something here. Scrolled papers. Diagrams, but I can't tell what of. It's like Mayari's desk back on Iox. Indeed. The ink on this one is run. Big sentences. This one is a phrase run together. Is all Emperor here? No, that can't be right. That's all I can think of. Of here, Emperor is all. We had this place down as an Empire site, so it's good to confirm that at least. Couldn't be more different than the graveyard we found before. Nevertheless, the age is similar, mistress. Books. Ah, Ryan would love this place. If he could make it through the dust. I am certain he could not. Does the dust hurt you at all? My workings are well protected, mistress, but thank you for your concern. Some kind of plaza back here. Ooh. Statues. It's lined with statues. They look like pieces laid out for a game. But if this is a Holy Empire site, the ancient gods shouldn't be here at all. The gods were torn down, destroyed by the Empire. Like the one on Elbarath. There are no gods on Iox. So why are these gods here? Laid out reverentially? Stuck fast. I believe the wood has warped in the frame, mistress. Anything here we can use as a battering ram? You may not remember, mistress, but I cannot pick anything up. The Chronicles of Mazwai. The book Harang is always reading. There are something in the order of 600 copies of Mazwai on Iox, mistress. But this one is not from Iox, mistress. Ooh, interesting. Copy of Mazwai must be close to the original. Rang would love it. Ooh, another book. Another few lines. Every little helps. Every sentence I get helps them bring up a few words. Can, huh? Oh, whoa. I'm sure my translation for can is correct now. Alright, so something can be night past? Past can be reached, found. Past can be found? Let's check upstairs. Maybe there's a way through across the roof. Mistress, please do not plummet anywhere. Don't worry, I'm fine. Let's see if I can get anything out of this one. Whoa, what the hell? There's a few words in this one. Yeah, a few words. Okay, return. Aid, maybe? Question mark. Empress. When? Something, you know, people. Something here. Something will return when. People. This could be very confusing. Why can't you just say, hey, no, you got a word wrong, and let me do something else? That would make things a little easier, but it doesn't seem to want to do that, does it? It's actually making me think about this. Maybe aid is wrong. Maybe it's, whoops, that. In there, perhaps? It's really not willing to correct me, is it? Let's see. Come on, there's gotta be something else I haven't put in there yet. It's thinking to itself, hey, let's have a look at this. Problem is, an awful lot of these are not necessarily people something here. Empress will act after. Get rid of that one. After when something Empress of. I don't think I got enough for this. That's a really tough one. No, it's not right. It's not even remotely right. Leave it alone. Couldn't work that one out. Something in the sand. There's something here. Almost completely buried. An iron candle holder decorated with an image of an eye. Looks like something from the Steel Empire. So we're referring to it as the Steel Empire now. I would say it was a miner's candle holder, judging by the sturdiness of it. Oh, looks like there's an etched phrase on the bracket. Oh, hello. Jump straight in there, did we? So, when, question mark, we... Oh, wait, hang on. When we die together? When we die together. This comes from the same source as the broken statue and the lantern that I discovered in the ruins by the river. Presumably people commonly visited both the two locations. This will make the Steel Empire site easier to locate. I love it out here. Some people live and die on Iox. They never see anything. True, they do not. However, I'm afraid we are going to have to stop seeing things right now because we have reached 6 o'clock and I am feeling quite tired. So we're going to have to leave it there. But things have gotten a lot more interesting. This episode wasn't as frustrating as the last one was. You know, I was able to visit like a lot more new sites and I wasn't like banded around by little plot threads that didn't really go anywhere. So yeah, actually this was a lot better. And the sites we visited, you know, new sites, interesting sites, like the reveal of that big dish. I was like, oh my god, what is this? This is amazing. That was good stuff. I liked that. That is the kind of stuff I play games for. So yeah, see, this is the thing. Once you get past the frustrating stuff, like the crappy ass sailing or the times where the game is a little too eager to take control away from you and for other things to happen, that's when this game is really good. It's really, really good. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye-bye.